Welcome back to Central Valley Talk, where we celebrate what's good about Fresno. Not just Fresno, but the whole valley, the whole state. But whenever there's something cool going on, it's our mission to let you know about it. We want to be the clearinghouse for fun, cool things in Fresno. We started this station in 2008 as to counteract that thing where everybody says there's nothing to do in Fresno. There's something every day. And our special guest today, is Rick Helzer, who's going to tell us about a couple of really cool things going on. Welcome, Rick.
Hi, how's it going, Mike?
Now, you're a pianist.
Yes.
A jazz pianist.
Yes.
Of renown, I'll say it. You don't have to say it. But you were, a professor in San Diego?
Yes, I retired in 2013.
Teaching piano down there?
Yeah, I was in the jazz studies program.
Jazz studies. Now, we have some jazz things going on here coming up.
Yes, we do.
Let's start with this first one. I think that's the first one, yeah. Jazz jam session?
Yes. Yes, that's my group trio expression with John Laufenberger on bass and Gary Newmark on drums. We've been doing this jam session at Tap and Cellar now for, the last few months, and it's very successful. And we're drawing, it's really exciting, we're drawing a lot of the college students from Fresno State.
I have the wrong
City.
file up there, but here's the file for the jazz jam session.
Yeah.
And there's the three artists. On the left is Gary Newmark, the drummer. John Laufenberger, the bass player, but he's a legend. He really is. Well, all three of these guys are, and you're on the right there.
Well, I like to say, Mike, just for clarification, I like to say I'm a legend in my own mind.
There you go. But these guys are just great, and these three, including yourself, are kind of the hot jazz players. There's a lot of jazz players. I shouldn't start saying one's good and one's not good.
Yeah.
We have so many great jazz.
Yeah. Oh, we do, and
we have a jazz scene here in Fresno. I should
yes,
say it that
and
way.
we have a lot of great players come to the sessions on Sundays. And it's this last Sunday of every month. Well, except for this week because of Easter. We decided to move it ahead.
So this month it's going to be March 24th.
Right.
It's a Sunday, but it's usually the last Sunday of any month.
Yes.
Go down to Tap and Cellar. What time is it?
2 to 5.
Here's a full poster, but we can't see it from here, but our viewers can see that, 2 to 5. Now, do people just come to watch? Can anybody just take their instrument in there?
We're pretty liberal in terms of who we let come to play. The thing that we want to do, jam sessions are a real, especially of the past, they were really important learning laboratory for young players. We came up in the late 70s kind of under the tutorage of people like Don Weed and Lauren Pickford and George Rossler and Roy Carlson and Jim Barnett, and they had a session that they did on Saturday night. Well, it's actually Sunday mornings at the old Tropicana. On after they had done playing their gig, we had a session from like 2 to 5, and then they were our mentors. And so I'm trying. That tradition is really important. So
it's important to let some young people sit in these jam sessions.
Definitely, yeah. And we have a lot of our friends come out and play too that are, people that we've known for years.
But once these kids, young people, get to play, then they can say, "Oh yeah, I played with Gary Newmark. I played with John Laufenberg. I played with different players, all the different players there." Now, all right. So that's every last Sunday of the month, except for this month. It's this Sunday, March 24th.
Yes.
And from 2 to
5.
2 to 5. Do they serve food?
Oh, yeah. Very good food. They have beer. They have wine. That's what they are. They're kind of basically a brewery. Right. But they have both.
I will say this, because I used to do the same thing. We'd take over a restaurant, and we'd play our flamenco guitar. We had a whole group of us did that. And I always said, buy the food, because, that's how they make their money.
Exactly.
Want to eat food and have some drinks and play.
Yeah.
And now, if some person wants to play with you, should they just come meet you the first time and say, "Hey, can I play next time?" Or do they need to sign up someplace?
Well, what we do is we always have. I have a secondary music stand, and that's where we put our sign-up sheet. So you sign in your name, what instrument you play, what key you want to play your tune in, and then we have space for new people that come, to leave me their email addresses so that I can get them onto the list so they know.
So they get to pick the song.
Oh, it's all on them.
Yeah, and you already know it?
I'd say about 90% of the time we know it.
Know what key?
Yeah.
Now, this other special event coming up at the Harmony House, is it Renee, Lenee?
Lene,
that's
yeah,
right.
Lene.
Gina Linné.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gina Linné. She's come on our show quite a bit. And she has a house up on Van Ness, just north of Clinton, I think.
Yes.
And it's spectacular. If you've never been there, this is a good event to go to so you can see the grounds. And
Yeah, it's all Art Deco. It's just beautifully done.
Is it all outdoors?
No, well, she does do outdoors events, but we're going to be doing ours in the living room, primarily because she's got a really wonderful Yamaha grand piano in there.
And she plays piano.
Oh, she's a very fine
Yeah, very
pianist
fine, yeah.
and composer.
Yeah. And so it's Gina Linné. She's my old friend. I'm messing up her name. It's called the Harmony House, and that's going to be when?
That's going to be on Friday, March 29th, so next Friday of next week.
Okay.
7 o'clock. Probably 7 to about 9.
And who are these guys that are going to be playing?
Okay, this is kind of like a group that I used to perform with. We recorded, we toured, we did a couple of records. The guy on the left is Bill Plake. He's a wonderful saxophone player. And Jeanette Kangas, an incredibly gifted drummer and percussionist. She's been really getting into hand drums, tabla. So it's going to be, and we're doing.
And you.
Yes, and me. And we're recording next week for 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday. Excuse me, Monday and Tuesday, and then we're going to be recording on Wednesday and Thursday, and then doing the concert on Friday.
On Friday.
Yes.
Now, on this one, you probably have to get tickets.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
advance?
Yeah. Eventbrite that's her ticket source.
Okay.
I think it's 45 donation.
Last time you were here and you did that, I went to Eventbrite and found it instantly. Because, you and I, we never have all the information at hand, like the web address and stuff. But just go to eventbrite.com, and I found it. It's just like at the top. You click Fresno, and it's right there.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
And how much are the tickets?
45, and it's a donation. It's basically to help her and us. We get paid. She always has really nice intermission with hors d'oeuvres and coffees and stuff like that. It's very nice.
Yeah, and it's, the reason I became a real estate broker is I love to go in these houses.
Oh, yeah.
Just in her area over there. There's so many cool houses.
Oh, I bet there are.
And so this is your chance to get over there, see the house, and here's some of the greatest music you'll ever hear.
Yeah, it's very different music too. It's I would classify what we do. It's in the jazz genre, and we do a lot of improvising. But it's what we call creative improvised music.
Creative improvised
and it's
music.
all original music by Bill Plake. It
is.
It's going to be really interesting. It's a dedication to his mother, who passed away about 3 years ago. She was a wonderful human being.
Yeah. All right. So this Sunday, March 24th, and the 29th is Friday. The next Friday.
Yeah.
Fresh out of recording session.
Yeah.
Very good.
So if we have a moment, there's a couple other things I'd like to tell you
yeah.
about, because I think they're important. All right, the Monday after the 29th, which I believe is the 1st of April, Richard Giddens at Fresno State is bringing in Tigran Hamasyan, great jazz pianist. He's going to have his trio. Tigran is Armenian, and he draws upon his Armenian music tradition. He infuses that into his jazz, and that's going to be, I believe, at 7:30. You can go to the music department website, and you can get tickets there.
I've seen so many Armenian folk groups.
Oh yeah.
He'll weave that into what he does.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's going to be awesome. That's
Yeah.
gonna be amazing.
So there's that. I'm trying to think.
Maybe around April 1st.
It is on April, which is Monday.
April 1st, okay.
So just I wanted to throw that in just to get it out there.
When I left Fresno State Business Department, they built the new business building. When I got my master's in music and I left, they built the new music building.
Yes.
But it's fun. It's cool to go in there and see that recital hall. That's where it'll be.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's where it'll
the
be,
recital hall, the new recital hall. Yeah.
Any other you can think of? There's so many good things to do in Fresno.
Yes. There. I can think of another thing. Well, it's another Harmony House event, but it's being sponsored by the Novell Brothers. Now that I'm here and I'm on the spot, I can't think of the date, but it's going to be after what we do with Big World.
Okay.
Let me just see here.
Like a week after or weeks after? Or...
let me see if I can find it here. Okay, Tigran. I believe. Oh yeah. Okay. I believe it's going to be the first. Okay. Let me. I screwed up. The Tigran Homician is on the. Actually, I really screwed up. I'm glad I'm looking at my book. It's actually on the 25th, which is the day after our jam session
Right.
at Fresno State.
So you get a week of really good jazz.
Yeah.
The Friday is your jam session's on Sunday,
Yes.
and then Tigran is on what day?
Well, the Big World is on Sunday the 29th,
Okay.
and then Tigran is on the 25th of March, and I got one more. And then on the 1st of April, this is where I got screwed up. On the 1st of April, there's Gina Linné is bringing in an Israeli jazz guitar player. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but she'll have him. He'll be listed not on her website, but on the Novell Brothers. You can get
Novell
it
Brothers.
through.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good, Rick. I'm glad you brought these
Well,
events, and
thank you
just
for
our
having
viewers
me.
know there's all these great things going on.
Yeah. There's great stuff going on with music.
And we will be back, and come back anytime, Rick.
Thank you.
Sometimes
I
you
will.
ask,
I
hey,
will.
Mike, can I come on? I don't get back to you, and you're always very nice too about that. So we'll be back with more Central Valley Talk right after this.